So our first essay question is like thoracic duct, isn't it? So basically thoracic duct and azygous system of veins will be taken together. So I thought I will also take together now. So like anyhow, these two are very important topics and few of the questions are repeated also. So let us do azygous system of veins. So I hope you are seeing azygous system of veins on the screen.
Yes,
Okay. So azygous system of veins, see, first of all, you don't read anything. Try to understand what I am trying to tell you. So see here, you are finding, so this is the thoracic cavity and this partition is diaphragm. Okay. And below diaphragm, we will have abdomen. So that means in the thoracic cage, you are finding ribs. Okay. And in between the ribs, you are finding certain veins, right? And between the ribs we are also finding muscles. So this is the posterior view of thoracic cage. So in the posterior view of thoracic cage we are finding esophagus, we are finding like this is right brachiocephalic vein, left brachiocephalic vein, right and left brachiocephalic vein will join to form the superior vena cava. So if you observe, like on either side of the esophagus, you are finding there is one venous channel on either side. So this venous channel on the right side it is called as azygous vein, and on the left side it is accessory hemiazygous vein and hemiazygous vein. So basically between the ribs we have intercostal spaces, and between the intercostal spaces you are finding intercostal vein. So these intercostal veins are actually draining into veins which are on the right side it is azygous and on the left side it is accessory and hemiazygous vein. Azygous, the meaning of azygous is it is unpaired. We don't have right and left mirror images, but they are different. Let us see what difference they have. So before this, you see here, so this system of veins which you are finding on either side of the esophagus, that is veins which are straight in course, and paravertebral means in on either side of the vertebral column, they are not accompanied by like corresponding arteries. Okay. So veins generally will have valves. Why do they have valves? So that the blood is pumped against the gravity. Okay, the blood should move against the gravity and it has to drain into superior vena cava, isn't it? So that's the reason we have valves here. So this azygous system of veins is draining, that means collecting blood from the back, from the thoracic cage and also from the abdominal wall. So basically this azygous system of veins is connecting, this is inferior vena cava and this is superior vena cava. That means basically this azygous system of veins connects the vena caval system, that means superior and inferior vena cava system, and right in front of the vertebrae we have vertebral venous plexuses, they are also connected. Now see here beta, so you don't read anything, I'll try to make you understand. See on the right side violet colored vein is shown, I have named it as azygous vein. On the left side in the lower half it has been named as hemiazygous, and in the upper half it has been named as accessory hemiazygous. That means what? So we have two different systems, like on the right side azygous and on the left side we have accessory and hemiazygous veins. So that means they are not mirror images. Basically if you see any artery, right side we have right renal artery, right left renal artery, right renal vein, left renal vein, right suprarenal vein, left suprarenal vein. Basically any blood vessel of right and left side will be mirror images, whereas azygous means they are not similar. Right side they are different, left side they are different. Let us see what is the different story. You need not read anything, I'll tell you. I want every one of you to practice this diagram. Okay, because if you understand this diagram, automatically you will write the like theory part in your own words. So before you take to this, see here, I will try to make some practical things so that you understand. Basically, this is superior vena cava. Right and left brachiocephalic veins join to form the superior vena cava. This is inferior vena cava. Common iliac veins, right and left common iliac veins will bring the venous blood into inferior vena cava. Apart from this vena caval system, keep it aside. We have some other venous system also which is collecting blood from our body wall. So what are those? Like between the ribs? Just now I told you we have intercostal veins, various intercostal veins we have, isn't it? Now see here, in this, on the right side, what is the name of the vein into which all intercostal veins are draining? We call it as azygos. Now, when you see on the left side, upper half you call it as accessory hemiazygos, lower half you call it as hemiazygos. So, whether it is azygos or whether it is hemiazygos, directly or indirectly, the blood is finally coming to superior vena cava. Okay, so that means how is this azygos vein formed now? See, the partition I said it is diaphragm, right? Between the thorax and between the abdomen, the name of the muscle which is dividing the thoracic cage and abdominal cage is diaphragm, right? Now see here, what we have is in the lumbar region, that means in the abdominal part, we have what are the vertebrae? We have thoracic vertebrae, lumbar vertebrae. Correspondingly, here also we have lumbar veins. Okay, all these like L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. Such lumbar veins will join to form on the right side azygos and on the left side they form hemiazygos vein. Okay, got some idea? Is this point clear? The veins which are close to the vertebral column, on the right side they are joining to form azygos vein. On the left side, these veins are joining to form hemiazygos vein. This is the real picture of what we find in the body wall. To draw it easily, and it doesn't give that much information, but it is easy to draw in your exams and also try to understand. Now see here, this on the right side, what did I say? This whole vein, this dark blue color vein, what is the name of this vein? We said it is azygos vein. Where is it draining into? What is this vein? It is draining into superior vena cava. So how many intercostal spaces we have? How many pairs of ribs? We have 12 pairs of ribs. Correspondingly, we have 12 pairs of intercostal veins between the ribs, right? Now see here, let us see how is this azygos vein formed. See, ascending lumbar vein and lumbar azygos vein, both of them are joining to form azygos vein. Okay, so ascending lumbar vein and lumbar azygos vein, both of them are joining to form azygos vein. Now, into this azygos vein, we have certain veins which are draining. Just see here, how many? 12 pairs, right and left. If you count them, we have 12 pairs of intercostal veins. Now, first intercostal vein is directly draining into the right brachiocephalic vein. I told you right brachiocephalic and left brachiocephalic will join to form superior vena cava, isn't it? Now, so first thing is right, first intercostal vein, where is it draining into? Right brachiocephalic. Second, third, fourth, they are joining among themselves and they are also draining into azygos vein. Azygos vein in turn drains into superior vena cava, right? Then now intercostal veins from 5th to 12th, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all of them on the right side, where are they draining? They are all draining into azygos vein, and the blood from the azygos vein is entering into superior vena cava. Okay, so this is the story of right side. So irrespective of other veins of our body, these are not mirror images. They are different. Hence, this is azygos system of veins. Now, when you come to the left side, if you just see, the first intercostal vein is directly draining. Where? Into left brachiocephalic vein. Second, third and fourth veins They are joining among themselves and then they are draining into left brachiocephalic vein. Now coming to 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th intercostal veins, they are draining into this vein. What is the name of this vein? Accessory hemiazygous vein. Where is this accessory hemiazygous vein draining its blood into? It's also draining its blood into azygous vein, which in turn drains into superior vena cava. Now we are left with the other veins. What are the other veins we have? 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th intercostal veins. So where are these intercostal veins draining their blood into? They are draining into hemiazygous vein. Where is this hemiazygous vein like pushing its blood? It's pushing again into azygous. And from azygous, it is moving to superior vena cava. I hope this story is clear. You practice this diagram and you write in your own words, you will get full marks. When you talk, like as you said, like azygous vein is formed by the union of right ascending lumbar vein with lumbar azygous vein. Similarly, here this hemiazygous vein is formed by the joining of left ascending lumbar vein and this lumbar azygous vein. Okay, this is the way they are formed. Is that clear? Niharika, did you understand what I am trying to tell you?
No, ma'am.
Yes,
I did not understand, ma'am.
you didn't understand. Okay,
No.
try to make you understand again better. See here, azygous system of veins means, see, these are the veins of thoracic cage. Okay, these veins of thoracic cage are draining differently on right side, differently on left side. The veins of thoracic cage are called as intercostal veins. Intercostal veins. Okay. Did you get this point at least what
Hmm.
I'm trying to tell?
Yes, ma'am.
This point is clear. Okay. Once you understand, we have intercostal veins. These intercostal veins will have different draining pattern on right side. On right side, all of them will be draining into azygous vein. On left side, upper half is draining into accessory hemiazygous, lower half is draining into hemiazygous. Both ఈ హెమియాజైగస్ కూడా యాక్సెసరీ హెమియాజైగస్ కూడా మళ్ళీ అజైగస్ లోనే వస్తుంది. అజైగస్ లో ఉన్న వీనస్ బ్లడ్ అల్టిమేట్లీ సుపీరియర్ వీనా కేవాకి వెళ్తుంది బెట.
Yes, ma'am.
ఓకే, చూడు, ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్. ఇక్కడ నీకు రిబ్స్ మధ్యలో ఇంటర్కోస్టల్ వెయిన్స్ కనిపిస్తున్నాయి కదా, రిబ్ 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 కదా. సో ఈ వెయిన్స్ కనిపిస్తున్నాయా? యు ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ దీస్ వెయిన్స్. ఇవన్నీ ఇంటర్కోస్టల్ వెయిన్స్. ఆల్ దీస్ ఇంటర్కోస్టల్ వెయిన్స్ విల్ డ్రైన్ డిఫరెంట్లీ ఆన్ రైట్ అండ్ లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్. ఓకే, ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ నేర్చుకోవాలి. ఇక్కడ నీకు వెయిన్స్ మాత్రమే చూపించాడు బట. వీ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ అదర్ థింగ్ అదర్ దాన్ వెయిన్స్ హియర్. It's not a realistic picture, but this picture helps you to you have to understand the picture and write in your own words. For example, suppose this is the first intercostal vein, which is directly draining into brachiocephalic. See, second, third, fourth, they join among themselves and then they are draining into superior vena cava. Now try to correlate here. నీకు ఇక్కడ రిబ్స్ అవి ఇవి ఏం చూపించలేదు. ఇది అండర్స్టాండింగ్ డయాగ్రామ్, నో లైన్ డయాగ్రామ్. దిస్ ఈస్ superior, like right brachiocephalic vein, left brachiocephalic vein, they are joining to form superior vena cava. Okay, so ఫస్ట్ ఇంటర్కోస్టల్ వెయిన్ ఎక్కడ డ్రైన్ అవుతుంది చెప్పు నిహారిక? ఇది ఫస్ట్ వెయిన్ రైట్ సైడ్ ది. వేర్ ఇస్ ఇట్ డ్రైనింగ్ ఇంటూ? ప్లీజ్ స్పీక్ అవుట్ నిహారిక.
Yo, sorry, ma'am. It was in mute.
Yeah.
It is draining into right brachiocephalic vein.
వెరీ గుడ్, వెరీ గుడ్. ఇప్పుడు చూడు, సెకండ్, థర్డ్, ఫోర్త్, 3 జాయిన్ అవుతున్నాయి.
Superior vena
ఈ
cava.
వెయిన్ లో డ్రైన్ అవుతున్నాయి. ఈ వెయిన్ పేరేంటి?
Azygous vein.
ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు చూడు, 5th to 12th అన్ని ఈ వెయిన్ లోనే డ్రైన్ అవుతున్నాయి. ఆల్ ఆర్ డ్రైనింగ్ ఇంటూ దిస్ వెయిన్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద నేమ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వెయిన్?
Azygous vein.
అజైగస్ వెయిన్. ఓకే, సో ఫైనల్లీ ఈ అజైగస్ వెయిన్ లో ఉన్న బ్లడ్ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తుంది చూసుకో.
Superior vena cava.
ఇక్కడ వరకు అర్థమైంది కదా?
Yes, ma'am.
ఇప్పుడు చూడు, ఈ అజైగస్ వెయిన్ హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్ ఫార్మ్? లెట్ us see ఎట్లా ఫామ్ అయింది. ఇక్కడ చూడు, రైట్ అసెండింగ్ లంబార్ వెయిన్ అండ్ ఇది సబ్ కోస్టల్ వెయిన్ రెండు జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు యూ గెట్ దిస్ అజైగస్ వెయిన్.
Yes, ma'am.
ఇస్ దట్ క్లియర్?
Yes, ma'am.
రైట్ సైడ్ లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ డ్రైనింగ్ ప్యాటర్న్ సేమ్ గా లేవు, మిర్రర్ ఇమేజెస్ కావు ఇవి. ఎపిమర్స్ లాగా బయోకెమిస్ట్రీలో దే ఆర్ నాట్ మిర్రర్ ఇమేజెస్. రైట్ సైడ్ డ్రైనింగ్ ప్యాటర్న్ డిఫరెంట్ ఉంది, లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ డ్రైనింగ్ ప్యాటర్న్ డిఫరెంట్ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు చూడు, లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ ఫస్ట్ వెయిన్ ఎక్కడ డ్రైన్ అయింది?
Brachiocephalic vein.
వెరీ గుడ్. సెకండ్, థర్డ్, ఫోర్త్ మూడు కలిసి అవి కూడా ఎక్కడ డ్రైన్ అయినాయి?
Cephalic. Brachiocephalic vein.
You should be specific. Which side of brachiocephalic?
Left side.
Very good. Now see here, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Where are they draining into? ఇక్కడ బ్లడ్ మొత్తం దీంట్లో వస్తుంది, యాక్సెసరీ. ఇప్పుడు యాక్సెసరీ మళ్ళీ దీని బ్లడ్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది చూడు, ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ వేర్ ఇస్ ద బ్లడ్ మూవింగ్?
Azygous vein.
అజైగస్ నుంచి మళ్ళీ బ్లడ్ ఎక్కడికి వస్తుంది?
Inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava.
సుపీరియర్. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు చూడు, ఇవి కూడా ఇంటర్కోస్టల్ వెయిన్సే, రిబ్స్ మధ్యలో ఉండే వెయిన్సే. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th ఈ వెయిన్స్ దేంట్లో డ్రైన్ అవుతున్నాయి చెప్పు? ఈ వెయిన్ పేరేంటి? హెమీ అజైగస్ బెటా ఇది. ఓకే, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th they are draining into hemiazygous. From here it is now draining into
other vein.
ఇక్కడ నుంచి బ్లడ్ మొత్తం ఎక్కడికి వచ్చింది?
Superior vena cava.
Is that clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
ఇది కూడా రాయాలి.
So somehow teaching to superior vena cava at the end.
అంతే కదా బేటా, వీనస్ బ్లడ్ somehow it should come to superior vena cava కదా. All of the venous blood of our body should reach right atrium, isn't it?
But with these geysers vein or whatever, from that vein it is going to superior vena cava.
Yeah. Okay beta. So ఇప్పుడు when you talk about hemiazygous, ఇక్కడ కూడా రాయాలి. Left ascending lumbar vein and left subcostal vein will join to form hemiazygous vein. Okay. Is that clear? Still anybody has any doubt, they can clarify. I'll try to explain you again. If you didn't understand, please feel free to ask. Usually Niharika always answers, no? That's why I keep asking her. So can I move ahead? Niharika, is that clear for you now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta. So that is, now you have different pictures here, beta. This is not working today. So see here, I told you the partition thing is diaphragm, right? So in this picture you are finding this azygous system of veins is actually piercing the diaphragm and then it is entering into the thorax. We have done diaphragm as essay question, isn't it? Diaphragm has 3 major openings. What are the 3 major openings of diaphragm? IOA 8, 10, 12. I told you the 3 big openings. One opening is for inferior vena cava, the other opening is for esophagus, and the third opening is for aorta, isn't it? Inferior vena caval opening is at the level of 8th thoracic vertebra. Okay, then IOA, esophageal opening, is at the level of 10th thoracic vertebra. Aortic opening is at the level of 12th thoracic vertebra. IOA 8, 10, 12, isn't it? So I'm repeating every point all the time so that it will be a revision for you. Now, if you observe all this azygous system of veins which has actually formed in the abdomen, it has passed through the openings in the diaphragm and then it has entered into the thoracic cavity. Okay, now, so where is it opening? It may traverse aortic hiatus. Ante aortic opening edaithe undo, through the aortic opening the azygous system of vein is also moving into the thorax from the abdomen. The lower part is abdomen, from abdomen it is moving into thorax. Now, what is this green colored structure? Because picture is very good. I'll try to make you understand this also. This has come as an essay now. Thoracic duct, the largest lymphatic duct of our body. Apart from arterial system, which is carrying oxygenated blood, apart from venous system, which is carrying deoxygenated blood, we have one more system in our body that is called as lymphatic system, which is made up of lymphatic vessels and lymph nodes. Okay, the whole of the lymph of our body, like whole venous blood will come to right atrium, no, through superior and inferior vena cava. Similarly, whole lymph of our body will enter into the like a heart only to into the superior vena cava. Basically, at the junction of this subclavian and the external jugular vein, you will have the opening of this thoracic duct. That means whole lymph of our body is being collected by a large duct, which is called as thoracic duct. So the thoracic duct is also finally throwing its lymph into venous system. Did I? Am I clear, Niharika?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So So azygous vein, whatever points I told you in the form of diagram, these are given in the form of words. You can study it from your respective books. It will be easy only. But because if it is essay question, if it comes suddenly as an essay, you should write so much, isn't it? So that's the reason you should know the relations also. Anatomy means relations also. Okay. Mm. My mouse is not working today. It's troubling. I'll ask some help. So what are the various relations now? When you see the azygous system, in front, what are we finding? This tube you are finding, that is esophagus. Okay, posteriorly, that means if we remove this azygous system of veins, behind you are seeing the vertebrae. So which are these vertebrae? Lower 8 thoracic vertebrae. In front of the thoracic vertebrae, we will see one ligament. The name is anterior longitudinal ligament. Okay, and to the right, see, this is the right side. So to the right, we have right lung and right pleura and right splanchnic nerves. And to the left, you can see this green duct is seen, that is the thoracic duct. Okay, we are finding this red blood vessel, that is descending thoracic aorta, and the right border of esophagus also. We can also write left sympathetic chain, in fact. Okay, so these are the relations. By looking at this picture you will understand, but ultimately you need to practice and by heart only better. Okay, then now coming to the this tributaries also, more than this, I have, with the help of this picture, I have made it you very clear to you all. Okay, importance. So as Niharika was wondering, like, why do we need this system also when we have superior vena cava, inferior vena cava? Suppose if there is any obstruction of superior vena cava, this azygous vein serves as a main collateral channel, okay, to shunt the blood from the upper half of the body to inferior vena cava. That means suppose if if the superior vena cava is blocked, what happens? Through azygous system of veins, the blood will move to inferior vena cava. So once it moves to inferior vena cava, automatically it will move into right atrium of the heart, isn't it? So that means it's a bypass route. Okay, if main road is blocked, we will take a bypass road, isn't it? Suppose if superior vena cava is blocked, all these venous blood will move to inferior vena cava. Hence this venous blood will move into right atrium. That's how it will be helping in the drainage of the venous blood. Okay, so that finishes azygous system of veins. So once you are done with azygous system of veins, the next topic what we have as an essay now is thoracic duct. Now, thoracic duct. Now, as I was, don't read anything like this, but try to understand what I am telling you. Basically, in our body, we have lymph nodes and lymphatic vessels. So, all these lymph nodes and lymphatic vessels will be collecting lymph, which is nothing but interstitial fluid. Whatever fluid which is there between the cells. Okay, the fluid is called as interstitial fluid. That fluid will be collected by means of these lymphatic vessels. Okay, so these lymphatic vessels, finally the lymph should come into a big duct, no? So this largest lymphatic duct is actually called as thoracic duct. But if you see the thoracic duct, it is beaded. Beaded means beans like appearance it is. It is not like straight as we see with veins. It is highly beaded. That means what? When you just cut open the lymphatic duct and see this largest thoracic duct and see, you will see lot of valves inside. So many valves will be there inside. Okay, that is. So the lymph from all parts of our body will be collected by thoracic duct, and finally it will be drained into the venous network. Okay, then now let us read few points about thoracic duct. It is largest elongated lymphatic vessel which drains lymph from most of the body, and finally you can see the lymph is draining into venous system only. That's why it is written it is going into bloodstream. Is that clear, Niharika? బాడీలో లింఫ్ మొత్తం కలెక్ట్ అయ్యి వీనస్ సిస్టమ్కే వెళ్తుంది బేటా. ఓకే,
Yes, ma'am.
lymph in the thoracic duct, what is the color? Blood is red in color, no? Here we do not have RBC, because of which it is white in color, and it basically contains the end products of fat digestion, because the first part of the thoracic duct is called cisterna chyli. ఇక్కడ కొంచెం elongated గా కనిపిస్తుంది కదా, so that is actually called as cisterna chyli. So this elongated lymphatic sac will be collecting lymph from the intestines, which contains end products of fat digestion, which gives an appearance of white color. Okay, hence lymph is milky white in appearance. Okay, the duct appears beaded because it has so many valves. More than what we find in the blood vessels, we will find valves here. Okay, now don't read here, you will get confused. You write in your own words. Always I tell you, I'll try to make it very simple. See, whatever area which is shown in very light green, that means what are those? Dorsum of the foot, toes, leg, right leg, left leg, complete abdomen, left half of the body, left upper limb, left upper limb, left half of the neck, and left head neck region. Everything is draining into thoracic duct. This whole area, where is it? Where is the like lymph draining into? That means from all these area, the lymph is collected by thoracic duct. ఇక్కడ నుంచి లింఫ్ మొత్తం కలెక్ట్ అయ్యి థొరాసిక్ డక్ట్ లో ఎంటర్ అవుతుంది, అక్కడ నుంచి వీనస్ సిస్టమ్ కి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. ఓకే, దెన్ but the lymph from the right upper limb, right part of the thorax and right half of the head and neck is collected by another duct which is called as right lymphatic duct. Right lymphatic duct. Okay, so that means we have two main ducts, that is the thoracic duct and the right lymphatic duct beta. Okay, now the length overall, hope you understood beta how is the lymph is being drained. Niharika?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, keep updating me beta. Now the length of this thoracic duct is 45 centimeters. Okay, width of lumen, that means when you see how much is the width, it is very narrow. During dissection also it's very hard to see, it is 5 mm in diameter. Okay, then course. So course, I told you it is starting in the abdomen. The diaphragm will have an opening. In the aortic opening, we will have an like a passage for the cisterna chyli also, through which it will be entering into the thorax. On the thorax, you are finding it is initially seen on the right side, gradually it is moving on the left side, and gradually it is going behind the brachiocephalic vessels, and then it is entering at the junction of the brachiocephalic vein and the subclavian vein of the left side. Okay, same story will be written here, beta. It begins from the upper end of the cisterna chyli at the lower border of 12th thoracic vertebra. Link may go. I will resend. All of you join fast. I should not call everybody. It will waste of time, beta. Please be active and attentive. So it enters the thorax through aortic opening of the diaphragm. That means from down it is moving up. It passes upwards in the posterior mediastinum